This is the video for colored pencils. Okay, so as you can see in our 2D supply area, we have our colored pencils. They are separated by color. I also have some pouches here full of colored pencils, and I have metallic colored pencils. And color wheels. Now these are printed out, they're temporary. Hopefully we'll get better ink and I can make those better for you, but there's 4 of those. Of course there's rulers. You guys should have done the charcoal and HB pencils already. I've also added some gray scales in there if you guys need them for anything. And then of course the erasers, sharpeners, compass, and pencils if you need them. Okay, so it's important to know that, there's one other thing. You have Prisma colored pencils. I only have 1 pack of these right now, okay? And so these are definitely up for using, but they all need to go back into this case. So if you're gonna use Prisma, make sure you have them all together because Prisma is definitely a more expensive brand and it goes right in there, okay? And actually, I'm gonna ask you guys to make sure that you're recording the differences between all of those. For this video, you can also use blending stumps for what you are doing, okay? Just remember, and the different kinds of erasers, just remember we don't have, this is all we have, so if you guys lose these Prismas, there's no more coming and anytime soon until we are out of them. But if they lose them, it might be until next semester before I get more. Okay, we've got plenty of colored pencils I think that will last us, but just put them back, and don't forget that if it's put back in the wrong area, that the next time the whole studio will be shut down. So please don't be that person to not put it back correctly. Okay, so now you're ready to do your colored pencil experiments. On the top of your sketchbook, you're going to want to write colored pencil experiments, and down you're going to want to draw a line a little less than halfway through what the media can and can't do, okay? Make sure you get all the supplies that you need. I would grab a few different colored pencils to practice blending things. I would also definitely use different kinds. We've got Prismacolors for you to experiment with. I also grabbed an ebony pencil because I want you to see how those can go together. Really, when you're experimenting and doing this on your own, these are the types of things that you can do, okay? I grabbed some blending stumps and I grabbed the different erasers as well. Okay, so one of the first things that we notice, I'm going to take my pink, and colored pencil does really well at giving you pure, rich, pure color. And as you put less and less pressure on it, it increases in intensity, as you notice, okay? So you can kind of work that out and see how that goes, okay? But the question is, how does it erase? We noticed before with the other pencils that those could erase fairly easily. Colored pencil kind of erases, but it really doesn't erase that well. Okay, I'm putting on as much pressure as I can erasing this, and it's still not completely gone. Okay, so it can erase, but it definitely has pure color there. So what I would want to write down, and I can write this in my colored pencil, it creates pure hue color, okay? It can change in intensity, does not erase well, okay? So that's 3. Now I'm gonna think about blending. Could I blend this together? So if I want to blend, let's say I want to blend this pink. Okay, try it again. And I want to blend it with black. Okay, create a dark pink by blending this together. Well, I'm not sure that that blends so well. If I use the blending stump, if you'll notice, the blending stump does not blend them together. You definitely can't color over them and blend them together, and the blending stump doesn't really work very well like it does with the shading. If you guys remember with the ebony pencil, right, the blending stump worked really well blending these. Probably need a little bit more graphite there. But if you have enough graphite, it really blends well, okay? But, and with all of our graphite HB pencils, but with colored pencil, it doesn't really blend in the same. So that might be another thing that I might want to write down. Does not blend with blending. You guys can see this blending stump. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys, hopefully, I don't know if this is going upside down. I want to make sure you guys can see this. It doesn't blend with the blending stump, okay? So that was all with regular Scholastic colors. They weren't Prismacolors. Now if I'm going to do this with Prismacolors, okay, like I have this blue, that's a Prisma. What is the difference between how Prismas and regular pencils work? Well, I would say that the Prismacolor is a lot smoother and easier to go on. It's one thing I'm noticing right away when I use it. It seems to be able to create an even more saturated hue, whereas the regular, it felt a little more dry. It just feels a little bit drier. The Prismacolors have a little bit of oil in them, a little bit more than most, which is why they work better. And then let's see, will this work with blending? Still not too much. Doesn't really blend that well. What if I mix this with another Prismacolor? Does it make a difference if I mix one Prismacolor with the other? Do I notice a huge difference versus if I have two other colors together that are not Prisma colors? Can I blend those together to create a color, even if I color really and press really hard on them? Well, pink and green isn't the best, but that's kind of strange. And then we have red and blue. If we press really hard, will we make another color? And you can kind of see that it does blend together there. You can. It's not a pure color, but you can see it a little bit that you blend it together, but it's not pure. Okay, so you can blend them over each other. What about graphite pencils? Can you color over with graphite pencils? Are they effective? Okay. How does graphite take to it? The charcoal will fall right off. I definitely know that. So you want to check that. The graphite erases pretty well. Okay, erases simply off of that. So I want you guys to play with those, and I want you to come up with 10 things that the media can and cannot do. I've given you 4. All right, and then come up to me when you're done so I can check you out. All right.